The shy girl starts to mimic the class beauty's every move, wearing clothes just like the class beauty.
Class beauty just got a boyfriend. She quickly claims she has a boyfriend too, to make it seem like she's not just making it up. The girl even spends a fortune on couple rings, pretending they're from her boyfriend.
In truth, her actions are not malicious.
It's just that she lacks attention and care. Shanxi comes from a well-off family. Her parents, however, don't get along. They argue daily over trivial matters. In this chaos, Shanxi is completely overwhelmed. For years, she's never felt her parents' warmth. The poor family environment made her withdrawn. At school, she's just an invisible outsider. The model student, Jingmi, is her complete opposite. Jingmi is cheerful and always surrounded by friends. She envies Jingmi and longs to be like her. After a seat change, Jingmi sits in front of Shanxi. She takes the initiative to greet Shanxi and compliments her scarf. Shanxi feels a bit shy about the compliment, but inside, she's overjoyed. When she hears Jingmi and her friend want to go to a concert but can't get tickets, an idea suddenly sparks in her mind. She'll buy tickets to get close to Jingmi. Soon, she found tickets on a resale site. The price overwhelmed her. She had no choice but to lie to her mom, saying she needed money for workbooks. Her busy mom didn't ask how much she needed. With a stern face, mom passed a wallet for her to use. This way, she got the money and bought the tickets. She gave them to Jessica and her friend. With these expensive tickets,
she smoothly entered Jessica's social circle.
Her life became colorful and vibrant.
She thought she and Jessica were best friends.
To become like Jessica, she started imitating her hairstyles and outfits. Jessica mentioned she had a boyfriend. She quickly claimed she had a boyfriend too. She even bought matching rings, claiming they were a gift from him.
Classmates were envious.
Jessica's best friend asked her to show everyone a photo of her boyfriend. She paused and said they had just dated and no pics yet. The two best friends exchanged a knowing smile. She feared being excluded from this group.
She carefully tried to please everyone,
using her pocket money to maintain this hard-won friendship. Should I buy something for you guys at the convenience store? Anything you need? No thanks. I'll just buy some snacks for you too then. However, her forced attempts at kindness, trying too hard, annoyed everyone. Her friends joked she's blind to clues. They mocked her for being phony. She obviously has no boyfriend, yet she pretends to buy a ring. Did she think no one sees she's lying? The worst is she's just a copycat. She mimics everything about her friend Jamie. Jamie stood up and said perhaps she was just lacking confidence to act this way. However, the friends thought Shina was too strange, and they no longer wanted to play with her. Their malicious comments and taunts were overheard by Shina, who just returned with snacks. Shina felt deeply disheartened. She didn't get what she tried so hard. She received mockery and exclusion. Angry, she chose to strike back. She placed her ring in Jamie's backpack and then reported to the teacher that her ring was stolen. The teacher asked the thief to step forward, but no one admitted to it. The teacher had to check each bag. At that moment, Shina noticed Jamie was unusually tense. As the teacher prepared to check her backpack, anxious, Jamie clutched her bag tight. "Your actions make me suspect you even more. What's wrong with you?" After a standoff, a used pregnancy test dropped out. It unexpectedly dropped out. This was the secret Jamie tried so hard to keep. After this, Jamie was suspended from school. Rumors about her chaotic private life spread at school. Shanxi never expected things would turn out this way. Filled with guilt, she went to Jamie's house to apologize. Jamie's mom said Jamie didn't want to see anyone. Blew away the paper she was holding. Turning back, she saw Jamie jumping down. Oh no, Junmei! She never anticipated that her fleeting thought would indirectly lead to Jamie's death. A strong sense of guilt flooded her, almost consuming her. Her world completely crumbled in that moment. That night, she didn't go back to school or to that cold home. Instead, she ran to catch a bus, not knowing where it was headed. On the bus, she ended up sitting next to a mother and daughter. The girl's name was Sophie. She vaguely remembered this name. By dawn, Shanxi got off by a lake. She felt she had caused Jamie's death, planning to end her life. However, the instinct to survive and suffocation pushed her to struggle back to the shore. She was in great pain, but this pain wasn't enough for her to accept death. The director of the nearby orphanage found Shanxi by the lake. However, Shanxi still felt invisible there. She sat on the outskirts of the crowd, unsure of what identity she should have here. One night as she slept, a girl named Minji suddenly hugged her. This unconscious gesture made Shanxi feel a hint of warmth.
The next day, she told everyone her name was Sophie.
Her parents died early, and she left school. She stole the name of the girl from the bus and conspired a past to stay in the orphanage. The burdensome and unspeakable past secrets were buried deep in her heart. She helped take care of the younger children.
Her care impressed the director a lot.
When winter arrived, The director took her for a winter coat. In the store, she saw a group of high school students. Their uniforms instantly triggered her memories. She blankly gazed at them.
The director thought Shanxi longed for high school.
After they bought the coat, the director gave Shanxi study guides to self-learn. Shanxi agreed to the director's plan. She started caring for kids while learning. The following spring, on school start day, the principal and the orphanage were saying goodbye to Shanxi, and her closest friend Minji was crying in the corner. She helped Minji to comfort her, promising to visit her every weekend. The school dorms were shared rooms. She became roommates with her classmate Lisa. Lisa was a carefree and easygoing girl. She had many friends around her.
The next day at lunch,
Shanxi habitually chose the spot in the corner. She felt she would be excluded just like before, but then Lisa chose to sit with her. Lisa also brought her friends to meet Shanxi. Everyone chatted warmly. She was welcomed without having to please anyone. From then on, Shanxi began her vibrant high school life. She and her friends would usually daydream in class. They gathered in their dim dorm to drink beer and gossip. On weekends, she would go outdoor photography with Lisa. Lisa said she loved photography since she was young. Her dream was to be a fashion photographer. The weekend came again. She happily returned with a gift. The orphanage to see the kids and principal. However, an unexpected event struck suddenly. A girl volunteering at the orphanage recognized Shanxi. She was Shanxi's middle school classmate. Her name is Sophie. The girl didn't press further but muttered and walked away. Just as Shanxi started to feel a bit of relief,
a teacher caught her out that evening. The teacher gave her a missing notice.
it had her photo and real name on it, and her parents' contact info. At that moment, all her lies were laid bare. The teacher felt let down by her. She gave Shanxi a final warning. By dawn tomorrow, Shanxi must
Confess everything to the principal herself.
otherwise she would tell the principal the truth.
Shanxi came to the principal's office.
Before confessing, she asked the principal, "Why didn't you ask anything back then? Weren't you afraid I might be a bad child?"
What about you looks like a bad child?
"I feel deeply for you. You feel too grown up since your parents died. Sophie, you're a good child."
Really?
Dared to tell the principal the truth.
She feared that this truth would harshly
Hurt the principal who trusted her, and she lacked the courage to face her brutal past. In the end, she wore the coat the principal bought her. Once again, she chose to escape. At school, Fiona noticed she hadn't attended class. She kept calling her phone, but no one answered on the other end. Once again, she boarded a bus heading who knows where. She was aimless. Her only goal was to escape. When an older lady on the bus couldn't fit her back, she still offered to help. But when the lady asked for her name, she stole someone else's name once more. "What's your name?" "Lisa." From that moment, she became Lisa. Before she truly faces her mistakes, she would continue to steal names to avoid reality.